bling blinging while the girls are drinking. Long necks down, and I wouldn't trade old Leroy or my Chevrolet for your Escalade or your freak parade. I'm the only John Wayne left in this town. When I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city, I make a lot of noise, cause the girls, they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
So I had to throw a little country on there. All right, here we go. I finally went live. Sorry, I've kind of been busy today, but welcome if you're just now tuning in. You see, well, starting to stream out is at 0094. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now trending back to 94,000. It did kind of briefly touch, was it 93.1? That's kind of in and around that CME gap of 92,000, like something. I don't know the exact pinpoint of it, but it's like 92,000 something on the CME gap. Yeah, so Bitcoin kind of came way down here for the close. What I'm kind of thinking is they're trying to get people to like panic on a close below like 98,000 or whatever, and then they're probably just gonna fucking just do this. Straight fucking sin. Because you know, Bitcoin dominance has been slowly coming down because a lot of altcoins haven't really been going down much more along with Bitcoin. So it's kind of funny. Yo, what's up? SPR, SPQR. So it's kind of funny. Like back in what was it, like 2017, when Bitcoin had finally like came down after it pumped in that December. About a month later, it was about like 2.5 weeks to about a month and a half when you saw altcoins kind of just popping off. It was like that second week of January when everything was just full fucking sending. But here's the thing. If Bitcoin did top out on October 6th, technically altcoin season does start roughly about 1 to 1.5 months post like Bitcoin top, technically. So could we see that? Definitely could. Do I feel like everything's gonna get sold off a lot more now? I mean, it could go a bit lower, but dude, this is the worst I've ever seen like crypto since FTX and COVID. I mean, dude, the fear hit literally fucking 9. You can't get any lower than 9. I mean, you can go down to 0, but historically speaking, when Bitcoin's still trading at these prices and altcoins are kind of just doing what they're doing, historically sitting at 9, that's like kind of mentioning a bottom. You know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's the bottom, it's the bottom, it's the bottom. No, I'm not going to sit here and be a broken clock all fucking day. But it's pretty close. Let's be honest. Like, there's full panic out here. I've never seen this much panic. And it's still funny because we're still in Q4, so we can actually make all this back within like a day or two, you know. So let's just go look at some coins real fast. Like ETH's at 3,000. He's kind of bouncing back up from where it dipped out from earlier. It'd be so funny if it just fucking V-shapes back to like 98K. Chainlink's down to 1380. What's Arrow at? Arrow's at 81 cents. Well, 0094 right now. Yeah, 993. It's kind of bouncing back, which is good. Good for us. What is Mama? Oh, one thing I wanted to point out. The Moonwell volume is now way blowing out Mamo volume, if that gives you any indication. I know a lot of people have rotated from like Well into Mamo at some point from like June, or I think it was June when it came out, all the way to like September. People were rotating, but now you're starting to see kind of like where people are like putting their money where their mouth is. You know, it seems that more people are starting to accumulate Moonwell over Mamo, which is a good sign. Because you see, for the volume for 24 hours on Coinbase on Mamo was only 66,000. It was actually way lower than that prior to that $2,000 Bitcoin dump. And you see, Moonwell's at 271,000, and actually the 24-hour on Moonwell, what is it? Let's see, where we at? Well, everything just reset, so it was like 600,000 here. Was Mamo? Yeah, it says 800. Doesn't make any sense. It was a lot higher earlier, so I don't know what the fuck happened. I'll have to go and look at where I was looking at. Anyways, that's good. That's a good sign. Very good sign. Now, oh yeah, what's DGen? Yeah, Dejan's probably done. This shit's probably done for good. Dejan. This shit cooked. What is Morpho? Morpho is like a stable coin, man. Oh my god, it's still $2. That is crazy. Morpho is just. Does anybody even own Morpho? That's the thing. Yeah, the volume is just down across the board on everything. But I am glad to see that Moonwell volume is way up past Mamo, according to Coinbase. So one thing I do want to say. Okay, so whenever we do get altcoin season, if altcoin season does come, all right. Here's the thing. If your coin is listed on a centralized exchange, there is a 90% chance that you will be participating in altcoin season. Now, if your coin is not on a centralized exchange, like let's say Coinbase or Binance, MEXC doesn't even count. MEXC is a fucking scam ass exchange. You got Qcoin, you got Bybit, OKX. If your coin is not on a centralized exchange, on like one of the top dog exchanges, I would say your odds of your coin rallying in an altcoin season is very low. So the fact that if it is on a SEX, that means that you're actually going to be participating in altcoin season whenever we do get it. That's just kind of something I firmly believe. Especially, I really believe that if your coin is on Coinbase, you will be seeing that because, and then even Robinhood as well, because you got to think about it. If I'm a retail buyer, you don't know anything. You don't know how to use DEXs. You don't know how to pull up a wallet and transfer funds into Arrow transfer funds into a wallet and then go trade on a DEX called Arrow or using Sushi Swap or using Uniswap. 90% of people do not know how to fucking do that. Now, there will be some runners on that, but what people want is they want the retardation way of buying stuff. They want to be able to scroll on to Coinbase. Okay, I can buy Bitcoin on here. Boom, I can buy Ethereum. I can buy Solana. You see what I'm saying? They just want to be able to, whatever coin is given to them to buy, that's what they're going to buy via the centralized exchange, which is why I think a lot of these are going to be golden. And that's why I'm still bullish on Moonwell because, dude, the cycle's not over at all. This is just a little speed bump. Dude, literally, it's just a little speed bump in the road. And what's funny is Bitcoin actually made a death cross. Death crosses historically are bullish as fuck and actually full sends the whole entire market. I don't know where people got the concept that death crosses actually mean death on the market. I don't know. For some reason, people think that. I guess because of the word death, so I guess you associate that with going down. Now, there's people who are, this is exactly why Trumps oh, dude, 100%, because here's the thing with Moonwell and Mamo. Mamo was just created as an AI agent to be ran on Moonwell. Okay, that's all it is. Moonwell's the main bitch. Mamo is the side bitch, the butt plug. All right, as I so call it now, because it reminds me of a butt plug. I like those little fur tails that they got. Anyways, enough of that. Yeah, I lost train of thought for a second. But yeah, so I wouldn't be worrying right now. This is like time to accumulate. If you have some really bad buys on any coins, you want to be DCAing like here because you got to think about it. Like if everybody is screaming, "Oh my God, the market's over! The market's over! Coins are gonna go lower. The coins are gonna," dude. 90% of the time, when everybody's screaming that, it generally means the opposite of that. And historically, people when the whole crowd is screaming that it's this or that, this or that, this or that, they're always wrong. It's always the opposite. And I'm over here seeing people who were like, "Oh, Bitcoin's going to 95,000," and then once it hits 95,000, they're like, "No, it's going to 88,000," and then they're like, "No, it's going to 80,000. It's going to 70,000." Okay, well, pick your fucking price. What price do you want? Do you want 95,000, or are you gonna stick? Are you gonna stick with that, or are you gonna keep moving it lower and lower and lower and lower? That's the thing. It's called bear euphoria. Okay, there's such a thing. You got bull euphoria when everything's going up and everything's frothy, and then you got bear euphoria when everything's greatly, vastly oversold to the fucking max of just extreme pain and agony. It's bear euphoria. People get their dicks hard when they see prices go down across the board. It only lasts so long, dude. Like, you got to remember that all the gains, even in altcoins, can be made in the matter of several days to several weeks. Dude, we could have a whole 10-week span where every single coin goes up 20, 30, 40, 50x, and all you need is 2 weeks. It's been proven time and time and again. It's like I keep routing back to the Moonwell back in March of 2024, April, whatever month it was. And it did a 6x within a 2.5 day period. Within, I think it was like 56 hours or whatever it was. It was like 48 hours, 56 hours. It did a 6x, like it was nothing. Went straight from a penny straight to like 6.5 cents, just like that. 48, 56 hours, whatever the fuck it was. And so you got to remember that everything can move just as fast to the upside as it does to the downside. The thing with going to the downside is everybody starts panicking, they start jeeting, they start freaking the fuck out, they start questioning their own thesis on whether or not they're bullish or whether they still have conviction on something. Suddenly, if a coin goes down, that means it's a scam now. Suddenly, if your coin goes up, it's the next thing. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It doesn't matter what way it goes. Like, everybody's going to be screaming scam as long as everything's going down. And then as soon as it's going up, they're going to stay silent. They're going to scream, it's bread, it's bread. You know what I'm saying? You get the what I'm trying to say. But the amount of fear I'm seeing right now is just unprecedented. I mean, dude, it is insane, dude. Like, motherfuckers are freaking out. And I'm like, why? We're still in Q4. Worst comes to worst, we just had the biggest blow-off top rally in tax return season when everybody has money. Now, I will tell you this. A lot of people think that retail does not have money. This is false. Extremely false. Retail has money. Look at gold. People were lining up in the streets to buy gold at the all-time high. I mean, and like go out to any grocery store, any shopping center right now this weekend. You can go right now on a Sunday. Packed out. I went out yesterday. Packed. 30-minute lines is to check out. 40-minute lines is to check out. Oh, you want to go out to eat? Okay, 2-hour wait. You want to go get some fast food? Okay, still a 20-minute wait. Everybody is spending money, and then now that the government's open, you now have a lot of people who weren't receiving money now getting money back. Now it's probably going to take about a month for people who work government jobs or they work jobs that are associated with the government to start getting some of their money back, because not just government employees were affected, but even tiny sectors that are involved with the government were also affected, if that makes sense. So you have to realize that when everybody starts getting their money back up, I would say give it about a month, you're going to see a lot more liquidity going into just like the stock market and the crypto, hell, even gold and silver. Just people are going to be, the more people are able to catch up on their bills and get associated with everything, they're going to be able to blow more money. And then also you get December, which is called the Santa rally. So we've always had a Santa rally in Q4 of post-halving year. I still believe that's going to happen. I mean, I know people are going to be like, oh, you fucking always say this. I'm telling you, just give it some time, dude. I'm telling you, just give it some time. You just got to have patience. Yeah, the prices suck right now. Trust me, the prices suck. Everybody hates looking at their portfolio go down. Even me. I'm just like, well, nothing you can do about it. So just add a little bit of money here and add a little money there. And even if you can't, just close the portfolio, close the charts, close crypto, close everything, and just go fucking do something in life. Go read a book, go to the gym. Hell, literally just go exercise. What I used to do prior to meeting my wife, I went to the gym twice a day. Like back when 2021, okay, 2020 and 2021, back during COVID. All right, when like in 2020, we thought the markets were done, dude. We thought crypto was cooked, it was finished, it was over with, it was done. And then next thing you know, boom, everything just exploded. So you just gotta have a little bit of patience. And I do think that we're at the stage where everything's probably gonna start rebounding here soon. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna inverse you. Go ahead, please. You can't get much lower than all-time low. I'm sorry, you can't, especially on the fear and greed index. There's a couple of things I wanted to share. Let me share this first. All right, this is Bitcoin. Let's fucking go. Bitcoin crashes. Oh, this guy said the Bitcoin crash is over. Get ready for a huge reversal. RSI 20 oversold. Last 10 times when Bitcoin hit RSI 20, it pumped almost 10 times. Alts already bottom, no more dumps ahead. Candles getting weaker, sellers exhaustion. JP Morgan predict 94K bottom, 170K upside. Now, this I actually agree with. I wouldn't be shocked if you saw like 140 to 150K Bitcoin. I mean, dude, that's kind of where we're kind of heading from here, to be honest. From 93, you go down, you fill that CME gap, and then you just move straight up to that 140, 150. I don't know about 170. I could see 140, 150, you know. And I could see all of this done from anywhere from like now until about March, like April 2026. You know, because March, April 2026, that's kind of like your like last resort. Like, okay, you don't really see the pumps in November, December. Okay, well then you always got that tax return season to fall back on. And if the $2,000 tariff checks do become a reality, that will just be an additional thing added on to your tax return. So let's say you're getting back like, let's say $4,000 or $5,000 from the government. Well, what they would do if it does get approved or passed, that 2K stimmy will just go on to your tax return. Basically, so instead of getting 5,000, you're going to get 7,000, 4,000, 6,000. That makes sense. So if that happens, that's going to be another bullish thing as well. And then I saw today that Japan is actually injecting. I forget the actual number. I don't know if it was like 17. I don't remember. It was like 17 billion, 17 trillion, something like that of stimulus into the markets. So as you're seeing all these other countries put in stimulus, eventually the U.S. government's going to have to print. They're going to have to print money. They're going to have to print $1.5 trillion or $2 trillion, whatever the fuck it is, just to inject liquidity into the market. So yeah, so very well could be over. Oh, and then Tom Crown posted, crypto fear and greed hits historic low of 9. We hit 9, dude. 9. Every fucking time we get to like 10, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Anywhere in that range is literally the bottom. I'm not trying to say it's the bottom. It can go a little bit lower. Oh, well. You're in and around the area of where it most likely is the bottom. I mean, 9 extreme fear, bro, that's pretty fucking bad. That's like bad. That's like people as fire sale. Fire sale to buy is basically what it means. And then I want to play this Jim Cramer.
Cooled off enough? Do you think it's cooled off enough?
No, I think it can go down a little more. 90 is the next. I think 90,000 is the next level.
Do you think it's cooled off enough?
So, are we really going to allow Jim Cramer to be right on calling Bitcoin dumping? No. Eventually, it's going to inverse him completely. Okay, you can see hear him at 96,808, calling for 90,000. Okay, we're now sitting at, what are we at, 94,000 right now. So I mean, hell, we could wake up in the morning and Bitcoin's rallying to 97,000. You know, hell, tonight, hell, in the next 4 hours, it could be rallying back to 98,000. You know, like it's nothing. I truly believe inverse Jim Cramer, and it's going. Eventually, we're going to fucking head back up. And I thought this was absolutely hilarious. This is like literally what happened.
It was our time to party big.
Hold on! What the fuck is going on out here?
Those of y'all who haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street, definitely 10 out of 10 movie, but this is literally what happened. Like, everybody's like, what the fuck happened? And then Michael Saylor. By the way, Michael Saylor is not selling, by the way. I don't know if anybody is, like, retarded enough to think that Michael Saylor would be selling his Bitcoin. He's not. They're just transferring funds into different wallets. And that's kind of what a lot of people are telling. And that's what I do. I have everything spread around across multiple wallets, and that's just kind of how I do for safety. Because you never know if like one of your wallets gets screwed, or you accidentally connect to a malicious site, and then you get hacked, or you get phished. Then you only lost part of your funds. You didn't lose all your funds. You didn't have all your eggs in one basket. You had your eggs just in one basket out of 10. So I always tell people to have your funds mixed, have them spread around, have them all angles being prepared. And then I'm going to just read what Whale Guru said. It's kind of a long post, but I'll read the whole thing just to have a little bit of content and give you guys some context. Bull runs don't end like this, which I completely agree. We have not had the euphoria blow off top yet. It has not happened. You don't end just like that. You have to have the blow off top, euphoria, frothy. We ain't had that. We haven't had it. We had a little bit last year, but that was just a little bit. That was just a little drop in the bucket. You know, that was mainly just like meme coins and pump fun. And now, here's another thing, too. Thank God pump fun is dead. Pump fun is pretty much dead. Meme coins are dead. Thank God. And the reason I say that is now, when money does flow back into crypto, the liquidity, you're going to see regular, real altcoins see that money. Okay? That's what it kind of means. You're not going to see any more like, you'll see like 1 or 2 memes occasionally, but I think the mass euphoria of memes, that's done. Memes are dead, gone for good. Rest of the cycle ain't coming back. Trust me, they are not coming back. They can't even bundle above a 50K market cap. Trust me, they ain't fucking coming back. I saw a meme today for CryptoPunks with a Z on base. It only went to 120K market cap. I mean, dude, that's where memes are. They're fucking dead. All right. So I've lived through the 2017. So did I. I survived 2021. So did I. And now I'm watching 2025 unfold in real time. And listen carefully. Bull markets never die in fear. Never. Exactly. They always end in the extreme greed. I'm talking about like that extreme greed chart, that 98, 99 type shit. You never see it at end at 9, 10, 14, 20, 25, 30. Never, ever. Every real top I've seen had the same signs. Everyone's screaming higher prices, maximum greed, no fear anywhere, influencers celebrating, new retail pouring in nonstop. Correct. That's when your grandma's calling you, your brother's calling you, your friends at work are calling you. They're asking you what to buy, what to put money in. Look at gold, okay? People started mass FOMO buying gold by standing outside the lines of bullion vendors or even like gold and silver shops. I mean, dude, that was retail. That was max euphoria on gold. So if you want the sign, you want the signal, that's a signal. But right now, everyone's calling for lower. Everyone thinks it's over. Everyone thinks this is a bear market. This post was funny. I already thought all these things before I saw this post. Like, I'm like, dude, the universe somehow found this post and was like showing this to me to further endure that I'm bullish as hell. All right. And use your brain. Fear does not. Everyone thinks it's the bear market. Use your brain. Fear doesn't end bull runs. Euphoria does. And we are not even close to euphoria. CZ himself said it. The bull market hasn't even started. Sentiment is the clearest signal, and it's the most bearish I've ever seen during a bull cycle. That's not a top. Institutions are buying. Whales are buying. Ancient whales are selling. And now some of these ancient whales could be walls that are either getting hacked or just people who forgot they had Bitcoin from back in 2012, 13, 14 type thing. Which means no more sell pressure, only buy pressure, pure demand. December is lining up to be the biggest run in the history of crypto, a.k.a. the Santa rally. The Santa rally usually is the biggest pump. So it could go from like December 9th, and then we rally into like the end of January, and then that's technically the Santa rally. Buy when you can, ignore the fear. The real bull run is about to begin. I do 1,000% agree with that. I think we had like this kind of like sort of mixed bear bull all for like the last 365. We've kind of been fucked by random things this year, like Trump announcing tariffs. That made a black swan. 1010 was a black swan. I mean, dude, you can only have so many things that happen before you actually start the real rallies. Like a lot of those things nobody could predict. Like who would have thought that the markets would mass sell like to maximum pain off the word tariff? Every time somebody heard the word tariff, they were just capitulating, selling the whole bag, max shorting, 100x leverage. Like, dude, like that's not normal. You don't have that happening. And I think all that's behind us because also you're going into a midterm year. So you're not going to hear any of that even remotely even come up in the year 2026. They ain't even going to mention it. They're not going to fucking say a peep about adding new tariffs. Watch. Not a word. All right. And then next week's schedule is insane. Monday, U.S. government reopening. All right, so it's on Monday. Tuesday, Fed liquidity injection, 10 to 20 billion on Tuesday. Wednesday, FOMC meeting. Thursday, manufacturing PMI data. Friday, U.S. inflation expectations. The biggest bull run in history starts tomorrow, a.k.a. Monday. So, and then you had the Fed meeting on December 10th. And I wouldn't be shocked if they did a like secret 0.5 cut. Like I know a lot of people are saying they're not going to cut it all. They're not going to cut it all. I think at least you get a 0.25 base cut. But I wouldn't be shocked if Jerome Powell is surprised with a 0.5. Usually when they do 0.5 cuts, it's always a surprise from Jerome Powell. I could see that happening. I do think we for sure get a 0.25 in December. I don't know why people are freaking out thinking that we're not going to get a cut. I'm 1,000,000% sure we're going to get a fucking cut December 10th. Like 1,000,000% sure. So I say buckle up and be ready for that. What else? Oh, yeah, here we go. The time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. Extreme fear always leads to extreme FOMO. Don't say you weren't warned. November 2022, Fear and Greed Index hit 10. Okay, that was FTX collapse. And we went down to 16,100. All you had to do was just DCA from like halfway that dump, and then you had to just not be a pussy when it hit 10 and just bought. I mean, hell, even I added some random bags. I made money along the way from then. And then November 2025, Fear and Greed Index has hit 10 at 95,600. And we actually just hit the lowest, which is 9 at 93,800. So, or 600, wherever the fuck it went to. So that's a little bit of perspective to kind of put in your head that it's probably not going to get much worse from here, to be honest. Like this, we're probably wrapping it up. And I think what's going to happen is Max Payne from here is watching everything go up while you're sitting on the sidelines. That's Max Payne. Max Payne was panic selling at the bottom, and now you're hoping for lower, which is what everybody's doing. So if you see anybody on the timeline saying, "Oh, this such and such coin's going to go lower than this, such and such coin's going to go lower," 9 times out of 10, when people start calling like retarded ass targets that they say they're going to buy at, means they sold and they're hoping it goes lower so then they can actually buy again. 9 times out of 10. No sane person who actually has a bag of something is saying, "Oh, I hope my coin goes down 67% so then I can buy more." Nobody. Not a single fucking person will ever say that ever. Period. No one. If you have a portfolio, you're not sitting here saying, "Oh, I hope my coin goes down 70% so then I can buy more." No, you're not. Only people that are saying that are ones who sold and they're hoping that it goes lower. That's how it works every single time. I'm telling you. I will be the last bull standing until I am fucking right and we get the blow off top, max pumps, gigaface, blow your load all across your computer screen type rally. I'm not leaving. I'm not giving up right here. I'm not being what they call a pussy with paper hands and confetti hands. You got to have more conviction. You got to suck your balls up and stop dragging them on the ground like you're an old 65-year-old man. I mean, dude, like, pull yourself together. Most people cannot pull themselves together to have any, like, of their own original thought. You know, like, have conviction, dude. If you really think it's over, then exit and leave. Bye. See ya in 4 years. Hope you enjoy watching from the sidelines while everything's fucking pumping. Now, that's what I love, is watching people sit in pain on the sidelines, begging for lower, hoping for lower. And this is kind of how it happens. So 2 things that I want to share with you guys. So I'm gonna start doing a lot of my airdrop farming again. I mean, I do occasionally. I do a lot of my like daily like clicks and my weekly clicks, you know, on certain protocols and certain chains. But something that I found was you can do Banter Fun. Okay, so Banter Fun is basically you log in with your X account. Okay, and they have these different campaigns where they give coins based on like your mind share, what your mind share is correlated to like your follower count and to your likes, to your reposts, etc., stuff like that. And you just make these little bullshit posts like espresso is a base chain layer of such and such, such and such, such and such. And then next thing you know, because you posted that, you get a little bit of mind share. Now, I didn't log in with my X yet because I got it on my other laptop. What you could do here is this is how you get some nice little free funds. You know, sometimes a stimmy check might be $200, might be $1,000, might be $500. But I thought I'd just share this Banter Fun because there's so many things to like. All you do is just connect your stuff, post about it, then you get a nice little stimmy. You know, like from just doing random stuff like this, dude, I have made bank. Now I just started Banter Fun just because I just found it. But I'm talking about like things in the past. You know, just from like sharing, even if you don't even give a rat's ass about what it is, like who cares about corinium? if I even pronounce it right. But they're giving away, and there's not that many people doing it. Trust me, like on here, there is not many people doing it. So if you see me doing like some posts about some like bullshit ass L1 or L2 or some back chain layer, I'm not shilling it. I'm just doing it for the mind share so that I can get points, so that I can get free little stimmy checks, and I can just buy real altcoins that I want with it. You know, you gotta maximize. So when the market looks like crap, you gotta maximize doing multiple things to keep like a little bit of revenue coming into yourself. You know, while your bags are kind of bleeding a little bit, you gotta just do some other things on the side to hustle so you can buy more the dips. You know. And that's kind of what I mean, that's what I did. Dude, from 2023 all the way through 2025, I farmed airdrops and made an absolute killing. Dude, I got a rock on Bitcoin back when just for trading what the hell were they called? I forget the damn name. Damn, what the hell's the name of them? Anyways, it was back when everybody was trading the Bitcoin NFTs. Anyways, I got a rock, a runestone. And I think I sold it for like $4,800 or $5,000 or whatever. Just one. And I got it for free. And it was literally just clicking stuff. Oh, inscriptions. That's what it is called, inscriptions. Well, doing inscriptions with like bitmaps. Dude, I spent like $2 a bitmap and then ended up selling those for like 50, 70, and 100 each. I sold one bitmap for $1,000. And I paid $2 for it. So you got to think about it. There's so many things you can do in your downtime while the market looks like crap, while you're still holding your main conviction bags, but you're just doing little side quests to the side. Whether that's providing liquidity on abstract and gaining points, whether you're doing different protocols on on L2s we haven't launched yet. I'm telling you, this is how you win in crypto. You have to be multifunctioning. You have to do so many different things. You can't just sit around and mope all day and crying that your bags are going down. You have to find different avenues that allow you to get passive income to when you can just throw that into like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let me buy some more. And that's really how I've been able to accumulate. Like, let's say my main conviction is Moonwell. Okay. I've been able to accumulate that because I've gotten so many stimmies throughout time that I had so many coins stuck in stables that I was just like farming on stuff. Like, here's 10 grand on this farm. Here's 20 grand on this farm. Here's 10 grand on this other farm. I had so many things just sitting around like, okay, bet we went down lower. I can rotate that money into more. I can rotate this money into more. You have to have, like I said, you have to be multifunctioning. You have to be prepared. So like I said, you can use this thing, Banter Fun. Dude, literally, you're just shield posting this stuff. You can literally post once a day, twice a day, and then you earn on a leaderboard. And there's not even that many people doing it, dude. I'm telling you, like 933 people on multi-chain Z. Not many people are doing it. Look, log in, at least use your X account on Banter Fun. Explore multi-chain's documents. Create a post about multi-chain content X by tagging them. Now, I got lucky on here when I linked my account. I had a pretty high multiplier. But yeah, this is something to do. Oh, and then another thing that I want to share with you guys now is Disney Pinnacle. So it's basically like this is just a free thing you can do. You download Disney Pinnacle app, and what you're gonna do every 4 hours is you collect these keys. Okay, so these keys, once you accumulate the keys, come December 1st through the 25th, they're going to be releasing one of ones. There's going to be one of one pins. They did it before with Pinnacle Genesis, which they released 3 one of ones. I think all those sold for like anywhere from like $2,000 to like $10,000. And all you got to do is just log in and claim the keys. So yeah, so this is another free thing you can do every single day. You can claim up to, I think it's like 12 keys a day. You get like 2 keys every 4 hours. So what I would do is, and I've been doing this because, like I said, I do so many things. You just never know if now this ain't a guarantee to hit, but if you just log in, you scroll down to the shop, you collect your 2 free keys every 4 hours. It gives you an opportunity to be able to hit a one of one, which is actually a good chance this time around because it's better odds than it was before. Now it's somebody's going to hit out of 10,000 keys. Okay, so once you get into the queue, someone hits in 10,000 keys. All right, so that has way better odds than what it was prior. So like I said, if you want something free to do where you have to spend $0, zero money for an opportunity to make $1,000 to like $10,000 to possibly $20,000, depending on what one of one you end up hitting for free. I think it's like a minimum of like $1,000 is what each one of one goes for. So yeah, hop on this. It's free. You just go to the App Store on your Google Play Store or Apple, and you just download Disney Pinnacle. Boom, easy peasy. Let's go to Moonwell real quick. All right, staking on Well is at 12.14% on base, so you can stake and get 12% right now. Looking good. There was something I wanted to share. Oh, not volts. The CB Bitcoin. Wanted to see what it was at. I haven't checked it in a while. Here it is right here. So right now, oh my God, dude. God, Moonwell's making so much money. So Moonwell makes a chunk in fees on this. Okay, like they're making a fat bag in monthly revenue from these Bitcoin loans, and because they're the main liquidity provider for Coinbase through Morpho for these Bitcoin loans. It goes from like Coinbase front end, then Morpho, and then Moonwell's in the back that holds all the liquidity and does all the stuff for them. And total supplied in this market 16,876 Bitcoin for 1.5. Let's just round it up. $1.6 billion. This doesn't get talked about enough, dude. And people need to realize it. Eventually, Moonwell is going to be added to the Coinbase Earn. I think that'll happen before February. That's just kind of my hunch that'll be added in, because right now it's like stake finance, and then that was kind of like their test trial. So eventually, Moonwell will be added to the Coinbase Earn, to which you can go in there. It'll be like, do you want to earn blah, blah, blah % on your USDC? You can click between Stakehouse and then Moonwell, and then that's kind of how Moonwell's name will probably blow up a lot, I think, in the future. Because trust me, there's big things coming. A lot of things coming. A lot of things are coming down the pipeline. Just haven't been able to announce yet, but there's a lot of things coming for Well. In due time. In due time. You just gotta have patience. But yeah, let's go look at the prices real quick. Let me refresh this. Yeah, I mean, I expect Bitcoin to kind of just hover around here, around this 93. Wouldn't be shocked if it literally went to 92.8, a 9, tapped it, and then just went straight to 97, 98. I'm not giving predictions here. I just don't care. I mean, dude, the market's going to go back up when it goes back up. Zcash is absolutely ripping. It'll probably go to $1,000 to be honest. I'd probably say if Bitcoin pumps back up to like 100K, you're going to probably see Zcash hit like $800 easy. I wouldn't buy it right now. Of course, I'm not buying Zcash at $691. This is what you call what's the word? Retarded. But dude, the whole market, you got to be adding here, dude. Like if you want free money, free profit, not financial advice, you just got to take a stab at the market. You got to add. While everything is down, you have to add. I'm telling you. That's the only way you win in crypto. You got to buy the lows and take profit if you want around the highs, you know. I'm very bad when it comes to taking profit, so don't listen to me when it comes to taking profit. I can tell you when to buy low. I can tell you all day when to buy low. Oh man. But yeah. So I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't freak out. I would just sit down, have a conversation with yourself, and ask, do I have conviction in these markets still? And if the answer is yes, that you have conviction still, then you need to stop crying, stop panicking, put some money together that you have, and just buy the fucking dip. That's all you got to do. Just buy the dip. Buy the dip. That's all you got to do, because eventually the dip's going to stop dipping, and then it's going to be up only, and then you're going to be panic buying the absolute top, and then you're going to be bitching when you just blew your whole load on the blow off top. It happens every time. Happened in 2021, happened in 2017. People didn't want to buy when you saw crazy lows. People didn't want to buy when they saw like medium prices. They wanted to buy when shit was hitting euphoria and just blowing up. Okay, so like I said, don't be a pussy. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, 24-hour low, 92,943. We hit it. We actually did hit it. Wow, that's crazy. Yo, what's up, Well Built? I'm kind of just giving a little bit of motivation, some hopium, copium, you know, enjoyment with a mix of a ton of curse words. Because I just don't care, man. I don't stream like that. I don't stream for money. I don't even get paid to stream. I don't get paid by Well to promote Moonwell. Like, Well, right now, what are we at? 0.9. Yeah, we're straight. Literally, if Bitcoin can just get its shit together and go up, I wouldn't be shocked if we just blew past a penny again, you know. Honestly, I think we're way oversold, but that's just me, you know. But yeah, other than that, what was Arrow again? 80 cents. Mamo 0.31 cents. What else? What else I need to look at? What's the Litecoin at? I'm just curious. 95. Dude, that's crazy. Litecoin's still hovering at $95. That is insane. Dude, even Dash is going up. $85. Big Well Built said big bags for cheap. Yo, exactly, bro. I'm saying like people and this is the one thing I don't understand about crypto. Okay. People will sit here, all right, back when we were sitting at like 6 cents, they were like, I'm not buying until we go back to a penny. And it's like, okay, well, we went to a penny. Did you buy? No, I'm not buying until we go to 0 now. And I'm like, okay, so you're never going to buy. Your thesis is you want a lower price, but you're never going to buy. You just want to say it's going to go lower because you couldn't admit to yourself that you fucked up and didn't buy, and then you didn't take profit. Now, I didn't take any profit like a dumbass, but, you know, I also expected us to be hovering around like 20 plus cents right now. But that's just me. So, yeah. So what I'm saying is the people who are screaming for lows are never going to buy, ever, period. They ain't going to buy. They're just going to keep saying lower, 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 hoping that everything goes low because they have an egotistical mindset, you know, that. But yeah, other than that, I think we're going to be fine. Hell, you got Solana at 136. What's Pingu? Pingu's a coin. I actually like Pingu. Damn, Pingu's at a penny right now. That's crazy. Pingu is going to IPO, actually, before the end of Trump's term. What AVAX? AVAX is $15 right now. 15, 18. That's crazy. I fuck with AVAX. What are some of these other coins? Dude, meme coins are dead. I mean, you'll probably see like the majors that are listed on Coinbase probably go up. You know, like your Bonk and your Pepe and your Shib. But that would be probably about it. I wouldn't put your eggs in that basket though. I'd rather buy real altcoins. Oh my God, Arbitrum's 23 cents. Well, Arbitrum's fucking pointless, you know. But still 23 cents for Arb. That's crazy, dude. Seeing some of these prices, I'm just like mind blown. Crazy. Tia. What's Tia at? Oh, VeChain's at 0.1. Oh my God, that's crazy. Aptos, that's a piece of shit. Tia's at 81 cents. Oh my God. VC's single-handedly destroying Tia. I think it went to like $20. And then ever since it hit $20, it's been down only. Literally. Like, couldn't even get a bounce. Like, Tia got just VC hammered. Clanker's 63. Cotty's 0.3. Kite, that's a new one. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. The Monad. Whatever you do, and this is not financial advice, this is just my personal opinion. I do believe that if you buy Monad on Coinbase ICO, if you buy the Monad ICO on Coinbase, that you are going to absolutely get rinsed and rugged and fucked. Okay. I'm telling you right now, buying Monad on Coinbase ICO is not the play. You're going to have 50% of the supply unlocked on day one, TGE. Day one. Hear me out. You're going to get wrecked if you buy Monad. They fucked over all the airdrop farmers. I even farmed it a little bit. I'm not even getting an allocation. So screw them. All right. I'm telling you right now, if you're considering buying this, please don't. And then, well, it's up 2% on the day that you bought. It's up 2%, day one. Monad is launching at like a $2.5 billion market cap. It is not going to stay at a $2.5 billion market cap with 50% of the supply getting unlocked upon TGE. That is bad. Terrible. Okay? So, I just want to read the cons here. All right. High valuation, $2.5 billion, fully diluted valuation. Pre-revenue feels overhyped. If launched at $1 billion FDV, then very good. Unfair distribution. Heavy KOL allocations. Unlock at TGE. Community not happy with drops, FUD, broken promises, and zero transparency. Exactly. I'm in that group too. I'm like, dude, y'all lied about everything. Hell, I bought 2 PCs to run nodes for Monad, And they never even came out with the information on how to run the nodes. Like I literally bought two 32 gig PCs to run Monad nodes for the airdrop. Oh, but no, you had to be in the inner circle of like 20 people to be able to get that information. 49.6% supply unlocked at TGE. It's huge. Almost 49.6 billion token supply unlocked. That's a lot. I'm telling you, that's a lot. Heavy selling pressure at TGE time. Unfair allocations, early contributors get nothing. High potential, but high risk. Understand investing, don't over allocate. Invest at how much you lost. Don't be investing in overhype. Invest at your own risk. Always research yourself and invest. I'm telling you. Like, look at this. Ecosystem unlocked. They're going to dump. Monad's going to dump these tokens for the ecosystem development. 38.5%. They're going to dump these. 1,000%. They're going to dump these. Public sale. Okay, so the reason Coinbase is telling you that if you jeet your bag on day 1 or day 2 before day 30 or whatever the hell it is, I don't know exactly what it is, what their thing. They're going to be like, you get a smaller allocation in the future. Okay, so they want you to bag hold, take a 90% loss, and you might get a bigger allocation next ICO. That's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. This might go down as the reason of why you shouldn't have ICOs launch at these high-ass valuations. Trust me, I do a lot of airdrop farming. So, and don't let me steer you wrong. If you want to take a shot in the dark at Monad ICO, go ahead, be my guest. I don't care. Oh wow, you made a 10% gain. If you made 10%, that's if you can sell that 10% quickly before it goes down 85%. Airdrop 3.3%. All of that's getting sold. 3.3 billion. I'm telling you right, that's getting sold instantly. Public sale. The price goes down, that's getting sold. It's just too much on the market. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because some people have said that they're looking at doing it. I'm just like, is it really worth it? To be honest, you're better off buying a coin that's down right now in its dip than you are investing in this ICO for Monad. Monad is not worth it. Period. It's going to be a fucking L1 that nobody ever uses down the road. I mean, but that's just me. I'm just throwing it out there. Don't take that as financial advice. Don't take that as like, oh my God, now I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the opposite of what he says. Go ahead. Be my guest. Monad, I just don't think it's worth it. It's just not worth it, dude. I'm telling you, it's not worth getting wrecked. I mean, you could do a minimum buy of 100 if you want, but I still think you're better off buying anything in the dip right now. You're going to outperform whatever you could buy any coin right now on Coinbase, centralized exchange right now. You can buy anything that's listed on Coinbase, and you're immediately going to outperform whatever you buy at the ICO. I said it. Period. What's optimism too? I just want to see what that said.